Hey YouTube, certainly been a while, but I wanted to jump in and do a video review for a book that I haven't really seen a lot of discussion on, and quite frankly, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of occult book reviews like this on YouTube anymore. So I acknowledge I've been away for a while, but everything's good. Just haven't had a lot of time to study the way I want to get my mind in the right space. But this book has kind of shaken me out of that, and it feels wonderful. Goetic Atavisms. And this is a book that when it was announced, I was a little interested in it, but it didn't really convince me to the point of pre-ordering it. And then once I did pre-order it, or when I wanted to pre-order it, they were sold out, and I had to keep an eye out on, I think it was Miskatonic's website. They actually had a pre-order for one copy show up. So I went ahead and purchased that, and up until this week, I haven't even seen another copy show up, and the price has already gone up, I think $50 or $60. So if you see this book, I'll go ahead and tell you now, it is certainly worth it. It is something that will expand your understanding of magic, and more specifically to this book, it will show the correlation between our physical bodies and other life forces or spirits beyond. You know, the spirit that's in everything, the spirit that's in nature, the spirit that can be argued is in inanimate objects, and how we all interact. There's one example in the book. Actually, let me take a step back. The title Goetic Atavisms really focuses on our bodies and how they are the vessel for spirit communion, and how we can communicate and receive communications from demons or other spirits. So this book is very practical, very, very direct. I mean, we all have a body, and it even goes into explaining how our body is comprised of, millions, billions of cells, which also make up our organs, which are, in a sense, different parts of our being. We see us as ourself, but what does that mean? Is that our brain? Is that our heart? Is that our personality? Well, it's all of those things, but it also includes our intestines, our liver. Those are all different parts of us that, to an extent, have their own existence or awareness of what they are. And we can compare that to beyond this physical world, where we know there are other spirits around, and they are connected to us in a similar pattern. Now, I don't know if you can see this or make it out exactly, but each one of these lines on the outside here, these are all different species, and how they're on this ring which branches inward to eventually get to the center. And this is probably one of the most powerful examples or lessons I got from this book, is that all of these things are connected, and in some way or fashion they all can interact with each other. There's a house sparrow which can build a nest that is not even common amongst other house sparrows, but there's no way for that sparrow to retain that information except from having some kind of outer influence. And the book puts it in a much better sense than I just tried to explain it in 10 seconds, but it really makes you think about what it means to open up to the other side and to receive those types of transmissions. There's a lot of other topics. Again, Austin Osman Spare is pretty prevalent in this book. goes through some of his terms. There is the Earth Spirit, which, if anybody is interested in chthonic deities, especially the Black Dragon series that I have some videos on, this actually has a really good explanation as to what that is. What is a dragon in the occult sense? And there's a lot of some history that's given. Trying to see if I can find it here. Probably should have had it marked. But it goes on to explain, here we go, Goetic Atavism. It goes on to explain how, you know, the dragon is that sleeping titan that is beneath all creation. And we can interact with it, but we must be careful because the titan forces are so strong. Obviously, extended durations or direct interaction could shatter the psyche. But communing with this intelligence is what the Black Dragon series is, what the core goal really is, at least from what's been written so far. So this ties into that and explains that Titan force, that draconic force that is within the earth. Mandrakes are another aspect that are mentioned. The mandrake is very well known for many things, and it goes through some history here in this book. And it talks about, again, man and dragon, the mandrake. One of the other names for mandrake is the dragon root. So everything, again, just from how this book is written, you're seeing everything ties together. And of course, the artwork is absolutely stunning. There are some guided meditations that you can take part in, and then it flips over to after the overture, flips over to the second half of the book from Craig Steele, which is why the book has the same cover on both sides and on the spine, just flipped. It's technically two different books that go over the same goal. And Craig Slee, as you can see there, was mentioned on this side. And then some more topics, more beautiful artwork. Craig Slee, Frieder Acker. Yeah, it's just you know, I think a lot of where my interest kind of waned was that for a while I was getting books that all kind of seemed to talk about the same stuff that I've read before, or books that were just hammering on the same topics that I had just read about from the same publisher, and it just couldn't hold my attention. I lost focus. So this book here, I feel like you should never try to force your occult study or practice. It should come naturally, and there's a time and season for all of that, especially this time of year as the veil thins. It's really good for spirit work, which is one of my core goals. So yeah, hopefully there will be more videos coming up soon. And again, if you see this book, I highly recommend it. A very, very fresh take on the occult. Even if you're not a Goetic practitioner, you will find lots of information here that is very valuable. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.